Hi y'all, welcome to another cleaning video. Today we are doing a nap time power hour, which of course, because it's me, has a little bit of a disaster cleanup mixed in with it. These disaster cleanups are just getting a little bit too frequent in my life, but hey, it makes for good videos for y'all, I guess, but whatever. So first I'm starting in the kitchen. It's not too bad, but there's quite a few dishes that I need to catch up on. So I just start by taking out the trash, throwing away stuff that needs to be thrown away, and getting things together, getting all the dishes that are scattered all over the house to the sink, stuff like that, unloading the clean dishes. And this time I actually needed to wipe down this little section of my countertop where my drying rack normally is. This section is so neglected by me. There's always clean dishes over there, so I always forget to wipe it down. But today it was actually clear because every single dish is dirty. So I moved my drying rack and I wiped it down really good, including the wall and like the cabinet right here. And it's not really that it gets dirty, but like the water drips off of the dry dishes and it leaves like hard water residue basically on my countertop. So I just really needed to get that wiped up. It's like this white powder basically that dries up after the water dries. So just wanted to wipe that down really quick and not neglect this section of my counter. And then I just need to start loading up that dishwasher. And as you can see, the sink is totally overflowing. So if you've seen my videos before, you know that I basically will load everything that can go into my dishwasher all at once, and then I hand wash everything at the end. But since things were so crazy and so jumbled in here, I was basically just grabbing and going. If I grab something that can go in the dishwasher, cool. If I grab something like right here with my knives, they're not dishwasher safe, it'll dull them, so I'm just gonna wash it really quick. And I didn't feel like putting my cheese grater in the dishwasher either because I don't want it to rust, so I'm just grabbing and going, cleaning as I go to try to get through all these dishes and get everything taken care of and get this kitchen totally reset. Not only did I have dishes piled high in the sink, I also had this entire stash to the side of the sink and a couple pans on top of the stove. So I just rinsed those off really well and got those into the dishwasher as well. I'm scrubbing down this pan, and then I really strategically was trying to save this pitcher with the lemons in it for last, because even though there were lemons like soaking in lemonade, they are 2 whole fresh lemons that I sliced, and I figured they would do just a fine job freshening up my garbage disposal. So I did save this lemonade pitcher for last. I'm just going to scrub that down and then put those lemons down the garbage disposal and run it with some water going just to clean things out, freshen it up, at least give it a nice lemony smell, and just scrub down my sink. And I don't know if I mentioned this in my previous video, but if you watch all my videos, you will see that I've been using a Scrub Mommy in a couple of them. That is because I got one for the first time ever. Oh my gosh, because they get so hyped up on YouTube and on TikTok. And I will say, you guys, I'm not that impressed. Like, yeah, it's good. The one that I got's the Scrub Mommy, so it has a soft side and a scrubby side, but I don't really care for it. I don't care for the shape of it. I like my little $2 6-pack of sponges that I normally get at Walmart or Dollar General. They also have a soft side and a scrubby side. Way cheaper, and they last just as long. And then I made the mistake for you, so just take this with a grain of salt. I see people use Scrub Daddies on their glass stovetops all the time, and I use this on my glass stovetop, and it scratched it. So I will just go back to my normal sponges. Thankfully, the scratches aren't super noticeable. Thank goodness. Like, you really do have to get right up on it, like 2 inches away, and be in just a perfect like glare from the light to see the scratches, but they are there. So I was pretty bummed out by that. It's my fault. It literally says on the Scrub Mommy package to test a small area. on your stove. So that is my bad. I just see people using it all the time on their glass stovetops and they never say anything about it scratching. But yeah, I'm just going to go back to my normal sponges and use my little scrub, like hand brush scrubber that I love from Walmart on my stovetop, and call it a day and not spend $7 on one sponge. So anyway, that's just my 2 cents on the Scrub Daddy. I'm happy with what I have. I don't need a Scrub Daddy. After getting that sink all scrubbed out and spraying it down with half water, half vinegar, like I always do, I just kind of wipe around the edge of it to make sure there's no water splatters or anything like that. And then I'm going to finish off clearing the rest of the island. I just put my husband's lunchbox in the sink because I did not feel like dealing with it. So whatever, and then I'm just going to spray everything down. This is actually just Lavender Fabuloso mixed with water in my old Miss Meyer's bottle. Oh my gosh, why could I not think of the word? Spray bottle. I reused the Miss Meyer spray bottles until they are like falling apart. They actually last really, really long. So if you do buy the Miss Meyer stuff, keep the bottles for sure. They last forever. You can mix any other cleaners in there after you're done with the Miss Meyer's one. Just going to wipe that down really well, including the stovetop. It wasn't too dirty, so I didn't need to scrub it or anything. I just gave it a little wipe down. And then I already had the crock pot going for dinner, and this was a recipe that I made up. So I didn't film it for this long video, but I did film a short version of it on TikTok, and I will upload it also onto YouTube in a YouTube Shorts. So I will link that also if you want to see it. It actually turned out so good. It was this green bean casserole, creamy chicken in the crock pot. It was so easy and so good, and I served it on rice, and oh my gosh, like literally everybody in the family loved it. Me, my husband, my 3-year-old, my 1-year-old, we all love it so much to where it's like, okay, that has to get put in the dinner rotation. You know, that's getting added to the list of dinners that you can make anytime kind of thing. It was that good. So I will definitely be linking that. I'll list it down below too, and I'll share it for you guys in case you want that. And I'm just moving on to the other section over here next to my kitchen, which is the dining room and living room. And I really didn't have much to do in here. Don't worry, it's because my playroom is an absolute pigsty. That's the only reason that my living room is staying intact these days, because we're always in the playroom. So I just went around and wiped everything down with, oh my gosh, what is wrong with my brain today? Have I not had enough coffee? I'm just wiping everything down with that multi-purpose cleaner, the Fabuloso mixed with water, and then just kind of tidying up a little bit in here, fixing the throw pillows, putting away the 2 toys that were on the floor. And then I'm going to go ahead and spray everything in the living room, like the curtains, the couch, everything with a Miss Meyer's Iowa Pine air freshener. And then we're moving on to the disaster portion. Right after I was done with this section of the house, I made myself a huge fresh coffee in that gigantic leopard cup. And then I went and set it on the fireplace down here in the playroom, and I was going to start cleaning the playroom. And I spilled the entire coffee. And of course it went backwards. So it all spilled directly behind this fireplace. The whole thing. Yeah, not what I thought I was going to be cleaning up today. Definitely not. It was my fault, obviously. I just accidentally knocked it over. I set stuff up here all the time. I set my drinks up here all the time, and I just bumped it. Probably just because I was in a rush to start cleaning before my kids woke up. And yeah, so I'm going to move this fireplace, and it was actually shockingly heavy for just like, it's just a fake electric fireplace / TV stand that we got from Menards. And it was shockingly heavy. I did not know it was going to be that heavy, but I got it done, and I kind of cleared some little toys out of the way, and I got out the good old-fashioned carpet cleaner. I'm so glad that we actually own our carpet cleaner and we don't rent, because sometimes I feel like, ugh, why did we buy this thing? We could just rent a carpet cleaner from Walmart every 3 months and just clean our carpet. But on days like this, I'm so happy. Like, this is literally worth the money right now, because I didn't have to run to Walmart, like wait for my kids to wake up to run to Walmart and rent a carpet cleaner, you know what I mean? I was just able to take care of it right away, which was such a blessing, you know? If you're going to have to deal with something like this, at least that part is easier. that I already had a carpet cleaner. So I am just going to go over this section over and over and over again until I can see the water coming up from the carpet is totally clear. And it was so hard. You see me going at all different angles because it was so hard to get all the coffee out of that right at the edge of the carpet. You know what I mean? It was so hard to get it out of that edge right by the wall. So that is all the dirty water from the floor. And luckily, again, just from another disaster that we just had like 1 week ago, not even a couple weeks ago, it was like literally last week. We have this box fan because there was a leak in the bathroom next to the playroom last week, and we needed to dry out the wall and the floor and everything. So I set up the box fan to dry it, and then if you could see that huge splatter that was on the wall, I needed to scrub this off the wall. So I'm just going to spray that down with my Peppermint Miss Myers multi-surface cleaning spray and just scrub the ever-living life out of this thing. It also got all over the wires. It got all over the plug box thing. Like we had one of those plug strips back here for everything that needs to be plugged in, the fireplace, the TV, the speaker, everything like that. It got all over everything. Yeah, it was a lot. So then after I scrubbed that down and I just had to leave it to dry, I just decided to scrub down all the other, wipe down all the other surfaces in the playroom, and then I was just over it. I was done. The kids woke up. I did not clean the playroom anymore. As you can see, it was still a disaster. So as soon as it was dry, like fully dry, I did put the fireplace back where it goes, and we kind of fixed the wires and everything, and then we spent the rest of the night fixing the bathroom that had the leak and putting the floor back and putting the sink and toilet back. So I did absolutely no more cleaning for the rest of the day. That was my day. Thank you guys for sticking with me through this. I was so tempted to stop filming, but this is real life, and I try really hard to just show you guys what happens during the day and how to deal with it and how to clean it up. And I just like to keep it real. So if you are also dealing with a disaster cleanup right now, you are not alone, okay? I'm doing this at least twice a week. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you are still cleaning along with me, there's an entire playlist right here on the screen and always linked down below, along with my Instagram, my TikTok, and my other YouTube channel. And I will see you guys in another video very soon. Bye.